Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing fixed capitals on the Alcatraz map as part of our Felon Friday series, where we play either Alcatraz or Supermax Prison, the two prison maps, every single Friday. We're playing as a green player out of the third position. This is Risk Global Domination. I had somebody stumble upon the channel recently who had no idea what game we were playing, so I guess it's fair that if you aren't checking the description, I should probably tell you. So we're playing Risk. This is online Risk. Black with an unfortunate capital, especially with access to the 2 over here in a fixed game, is a little bit frustrating that they wouldn't take it. We're going to take this 3 here. I got the 6 back here, and we're just going to have to deal with them existing behind us, which is unfortunate. But I've got too much material in this upper area to pass up. I get why pink went here, but I don't know that this really deters white from just capping on the 3 or the 2 back here. Yellow goes back there. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Their only other option was up with us. Red gets free reign on the 7 over here. I think that's a big miss by the black player to not cap on the right-hand side. So red will get, again, free reign over this hugely strong capital. And the further out you are over here, kind of the better it is for you. So I anticipate, well, I don't really know where white goes. If white goes behind me, white goes in front of pink. Interesting. I don't hate it, actually. I think it's kind of expecting a quarrel between pink and yellow. Now, pink, if black smacks this, pink could steal it, and then I could steal black, so it really shouldn't smack my cap. And they're gonna overplay their hand here. They knock a little bit of yellow out behind us. Sorry, white out behind us. I don't start with enough to justify trying to hit black. But I've got so much in here compared to them at this point that I almost could goad them into making a big mistake. And I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to push the advantage that I have here, which is a specifically positional advantage. No, I want to force them to hit that. I want black to have as little behind me as possible. Pink plays it pretty tame there. A lot of cards available for pink. We've already weakened black. The whole goal is to get top left. Again, fixed cards, so those are set amounts. For the trade-ins, you can see them here on the right-hand side. 4 soldiers, or dudes as we like to call them, sorry, 3 of those is 4 troops, 3 of the cars is 6 troops, 3 of the trucks is 8 troops, all 3 is 10 troops. If you have a joker and 2 unique ones of those, it'll trade you in for the full 10 as well. And red, let's see, they start with 7. They've got a pretty good position over here on the right-hand side. I don't know what white does here. My anticipation would be stack everything on capital and then roll off your 6. But they're going to really need to try to focus removal of the pink player from an external position here. I'm intentionally trying to inconvenience the black player, force them to hit 11 on 4. Maybe they lose 5 or 6 troops, and then we're able to potentially outright steal their capital if they play it incorrectly. This is a bold choice by red. I would not split here and roll the 4 on 3. I don't think that's a smart choice. And they do not. But they have a 10 cap here where they can just sit and they take from back to front, I guess, is not a terrible way to do that. And I anticipate we see white try to hit pink here. I think white goes back here on the 3 or the 2 if yellow wasn't behind them, but evidently not an option here. We should see black 11 on 4, which is what I wanted. It was either, I knocked 4 of their troops out. We lost 3 on a or did I lose 3 on a 5? What did I lose? I lost 3 on a 4, rather. Ideally they take this card and get bad dice, right? That's what we're hoping for. Maybe they only lose 1, and then we're like, all right, well, what was the point? They lose 4. That's exactly what we wanted. Maybe I try a slow roll with pink sitting right here. I don't love this. And with yellow back here as well. Like, I would have to take and have enough to survive. And this potential fortify, if this 6 comes here, yeah, we can't. Until this gets out of the way, I can't justify going after black. Trust me, I want to. If we get a car, I absolutely will. But with pink sitting right here, we can't. If he had gone the other way, certainly. But not really an option right now. Interesting choice by yellow. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. Now, here's actually... Black would be on 3 cards. We would trade in off of them. The issue is pink sitting right here, right? If pink wasn't right next to me, I already would have made my move on black on that last turn. Red is... Okay, red's not going to remove black right away, so we don't... Oh. That was a... I don't really agree with that roll. Oh my. They do remove black. They're going to have a very weak capital. So we will trade off of black if we go for that elimination. If they even lose a troop in here, it doesn't look great for them. Yellow being here is not ideal, but actually... Sure. Yeah, we do have alliances on. Balance splits dice. I'm fine with pink. I'm fine with that. Black is my concern. I'll have 21, so 20 here on 10. So left with 10, then 2 splits. So really, you need to get even dice on that. You need to win the cap roll and then get even dice. We are playing with neutral bots. White does not play their turn, so do with that info what you will. Pink could actually do an interesting play here, which is attempt to devastate the red player by sneaking in behind. Dump everything here and sit in front in the bonus. Black flagged. The black player flagged. They just outright quit. That is oh so very good for us. That is super duper good for us. Interesting play by pink to hit there. And wins the blitz. Well played. Doesn't add back there, but wins it. Black is flagged. Pink is sitting on us, which I don't love. This is actually a card that yellow will take, so it's in my best interest to let yellow take that. And they're obviously not going to have a trade-in. Bummer. I'm going to leave the 3 there. I think they will take it, but I want them to diminish. They either roll the... Yeah, rolling a 5 on 3 and then this fails. It ends up having the exact same result that I was going to want here anyway. So that is perfect. They should have just confirmed that they would get this. That actually, I only lost a troop off of that. That is like exactly the result I wanted. Because I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with this 4 back here. But I didn't want yellow to be potentially win a slow roll on black or get the elimination. Some sort of luck back here with 9 troops. White has gone MIA. This is an interesting position to find ourselves in, right? Because red's not that strong over here yet because of all of the hitting that they've had to do, but they're going to get strong or stronger. I have 2 guaranteed cards off of black, so at this point it's just build up enough to be able to hit black. I like my positioning. I'm a little surprised black quit, but they would have lived. It's just a matter of how long. But I need to capture this. This will end up being a plus 15 for me. Because it's a plus 8, and then I've got double capital. So 7 plus 8, 15 troops a turn, which is compared to red's 9 that they're going to get. Pretty considerable improvement. Now, white will eventually flag, which we got to be wary of pink and yellow trading back here. I may have to, if I target pink out in the forefront and then block red, that's likely going to be my best bet. Because eventually there's a 1-point hold from the white capital that can be had. So my cap, the most central, I would say. White's is reasonably central as well. But to get to white's, you have to open up mine, which is good. Pink, we've got the alliance with pink, but a little bit concerning right now. Their best move is probably to start chipping away at yellow. I don't know that wasting your time on white's troops is wise. This is especially unwise, hitting both of those, because you're very weak in here. Granted, yellow's not strong either. I'm basically waiting for the trade-in up here. I need to keep myself protected in case red has a set. But we've removed yellow from up there. They will hit white here, and I think we may end up seeing a point where if pink has a trade-in, they full send yellow in the back. I can't imagine them letting yellow hold this, especially knowing that white is likely quit. And a fortify forward just is unneeded risk, in my opinion. So with the 21 here and the trade-in and 5 troops a turn, we'll have this up to 8, and then the trade-in should be even more. We should just be able to straight up eliminate black now, which will generate us troops on our following turn. Again, from a jump from 5 to 15. So I'm glad that my kind of strong arm tactic up here on black worked. I still think they had a better option behind red. In fixed cards on Alcatraz, your best bet is trying to play for a bonus. That's why yellow playing back here is a decent play. I do think that a trade-in is going to get them broken by pink. And with pink, if pink's a good enough player, they'll know that white is probably not returning, and it makes the most sense to full aggress the yellow player here. They actually don't have to take that card, but if you don't break yellow, you're eventually going to lose your position here. So I think that's a bit of a strange play to let yellow hold this. I mean, their only path is out at this point. Do we get a +2? Yeah, we get a +2 in here. That's great. We lost 3 on a 6 cap. Are we kidding? That's so silly. And I got the black had a joker. They would have had a trade on 3 had they stuck around. Now we have a 33 cap. And ladies and gents, we can really put some pressure on the oh, how do you not take that card? I disagree with that play, personally. I mean, if pink wants you out of there, they're just going to trade in. You're not taking a card. I think it's in their best bet if they have that set on 5. Red moves that out of there. Leaves the 10 out front. I don't like that play by red. On 5 troops, we have a full trade-in. We would trade in eliminating them as well. Pink sets now. Does it all go back here? Some of it goes out here. Not great. If it all goes back here, this is when we strike red. And they do roll that. They do roll it. Because red's on 5. We get 15 and then the trade-in. And we will trade in off of red. 58. This should win. good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a big risk, but red didn't put those troops on the cap, and I think that lost them the game. Will pink have... Well, it doesn't matter, actually, that pink has enough to get over there on the right-hand side, I don't think. And I got a joker. That is so big. Although I think I already had 3... Yeah, I had 3 cars. That's a bummer. So if pink has a trade-in, they can likely take one of these. But I think that just runs the risk of devastating their position. That was super risky play to go into red, but I thought I had just enough troops to do it, and I was right. So now the question is, does pink have a trade on 3? And if they do they play for their position in the back left? Or do they gamble and try to do as much damage to me as possible, thus jeopardizing their chances? They're gonna jeopardize their chances of winning this game by not stacking over on yellow, and they don't even win it anyway. I'm just gonna feed them to yellow. There's no reason to leave them alive out here for 4 cards. I will generate far more than either of these players will. So I don't think I trade. I don't think that's a good idea. Is there any chance that anybody gets through this? I don't think so. White is fully flagged. There's no point not to just hold here. Even if he eliminates pink, he's not going to get through white. He doesn't even eliminate pink. And pink flags. Okay. So both of these players are flagged. We only have cars. I'm not going to hit that. Not this turn. The reason I don't hit it on this turn, I'd rather... Because if I get really bad dice on that, white or yellow will trade, and then trade in again off of pink. Yellow will trade, and then trade in again off of pink. I'd rather just generate one big turn of a lot of troops, and now hit it, because he shouldn't get through me on this turn. The max is... Still have 40-something remaining. We get a card off of it, and you see that should be the game. Is this 100%? It is not 100%. We will not roll that. Yellow can eliminate pink. It won't matter. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is... I mean, that felt good. That felt really good. Quick game, admittedly, but that felt pretty good. Good game to you, yellow. They will take the pink elimination. They will not be able to get through me, and I will be able to get through them within a turn here with how many troops I'm going to get on this next turn. You see we're getting 30-something troops. 38, we'll get 40 now on this turn. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we have that joker as well. We don't even need to use it. And I can't even world dom, so I will not waste everybody's time. Good game to you, yellow. Well played. And a big old thumbs up to you. The cap rolls even themselves out there at the end, by the way. Those weren't particularly favorable capital rolls. If you guys enjoy the content on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Like the video as well. Helps out quite a bit. White was our strongest opponent. Interesting. They just bailed. And they didn't even, like, at least pink and black full flagged and left. White let their timer run out. They didn't even surrender. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk on Monday. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.